How many of you know the silence clapping? Silent clapping for new silent clapping. Clap, 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 clap. With one finger, with two fingers, with three fingers, four fingers, with full palm. Clap, clap to bring the energy in the room. Blood circulation in your body. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and today no guest. Okay, they are on. So, good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I'm Meghna Vaswani, Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. Before we proceed, I request everyone to turn off your mobile phones or put it on silent. A gentle reminder, Toastmasters International is a neutral platform where we refrain from discussing politics, religion, or sensitive topics. The mission of Toastmasters International is to provide positive and supportive learning experience, empowering members to develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting into a greater self-confidence and personal growth. I request everyone to remain seated and refrain from cross-talking until the meeting concludes. Now, I take the honor and privilege to introduce our club president, who looks beyond the titles, facade of titles and achievements. She embarrasses us with illusion of perfection to inspire us. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and welcome our club president, ever smiling, vibrant Toastmaster Prasanna Kumari.
Thank you so much for the wonderful words. Like every week you gave for me new introduction. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Sergeant
You
at Arms
deserve the same.
Toastmaster Meghna. Thank you very much. Is the MOM approved of meeting number 283? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. So let me take a moment to welcome our new member, Toastmaster Ronnie. We all chase illusion because they mirror the hopes we haven't admitted to ourselves. Perfection, I feel it is only a perception, according to me. What all you think about perfection? I feel it is a perception. And you know, we meet many people who carry a facade in our journey of life, isn't it? All of you agree? Yes. I will share a small incident which happened. Now only I came to know that was a facade. Till then I was not aware. When I chosen the theme, then I connected to that and understood. See, there was a friend. I can't call her as a friend, an acquaintance in our group where I lived. So we used to meet her often. She always dressed well. She always carry and she talk about herself. Me, like a narcissist. She always, I did that. And you know, a few of the times when we were sharing some ideas, you know, later we saw that she presents that idea has her own idea. And she never allow anybody to speak. When she is around, she won't allow anybody to speak. So we thought, okay, slowly we stopped communicating with her about our ideas. We just distanced from her, a small distance we created. And we never seen any compassion. She don't feel for others, nothing. And whenever you praise her, she take it with happiness, yes. But if you criticize her, she take it as a scar, and she keep that scar bleeding, and she use it whenever she want against us. If we comment something, she immediately say, "You said that day." We may not be remembering that. Then we were thinking, yes, it is. She is not the person what we are seeing. She is already wearing a mask, a facade. Slowly, slowly, we all departed from her. We moved because as a person, I never like people who carry negativity around me. I move. I don't comment. I move away. So then, one day she came back and she apologized to us. She said, "I am changed." And we thought, then we also, in a funnier way, we asked, "Is there anything to change in you?" Yes, I was carrying a facade. I have thrown it away. I was living in an illusion. I came out of it. Now she changed, a person who is empathetic. She carry humility, respect, and everything. So one thing I realized, illusion is not an enemy to honesty or truth. It is the path we walk until we learn to see clearly. That is my belief. With that, I open the meeting number 284. Now it is the time to introduce the Toastmaster of the day, who always carries a smile, very new to our club, like 2-3 months. But from the day one, I noticed in the day one he joined, he is ready to take any roles. Even if he don't know the roles, he will study it and come. He may fail, but he don't mind. Again, he will do. And the speech also the same way. He started his icebreaker the very next week, and then somebody asked him, nobody asked him to repeat, but he wanted to repeat it because that was a hybrid online meeting because of festival. So that is the way he is, and he is a sales executive in a very known builder, and a person who is always charged. Let us welcome Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Naveen. Welcome, thank you.
Illusion of perfection. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster. I'm Naveen, and I'm the Toastmaster of the day. But before anything else, let me ask you a question. Please raise your hands if you ever retaken a photos for just a perfection. Okay. Please raise your hands if you ever waited for a perfect chance, a perfect moment, or perfect plan. Guess what? That is true. That we don't get perfect time at all. Like we live in the world where perfection has become the performance of a life. Like how? So we post perfect photos online, we post perfect, quotes and perfect smile and perfect life, hiding a lot of imperfect things behind. How did I got to know about that? When I was studying in ninth standard, I had a lot of people to see, especially experienced. Like I had a lot of teachers. I used to scare about lot of teachers, especially those teachers who used to be amiable with me or kind. I always stating them that they are the perfect in this world. But when it comes to truth, who are very audible or who are such an imputed for me, I always say them that they are never going to be perfect in anywhere in their life. But that was illusion. As I grow, I can see the beauty about the world. I can see the beauty about the truth. I can also see the lot of finical and glory in this life. But I met with one person as I grew. The person asked that, what is a perfection according to you? He told two things. One, there is no perfection in this world, Naveen. Even if there is a perfection, that might be illusion created by the comparison with others. That I realized. And then, dear friends, let's not look at the perfection today's meeting. Let's look at the confidence. Let's not look at the flawless. Let's look at the fearless performances today. So, with that, as no one here as a guest, let me directly start the session, which is prepared speeches. But hold on. Before that, I would like to introduce the role takers, which is three important pillars, tag team partners, always supporting for the sessions, which the one which is a timer. So where a Toastmaster Vikas is taking a timer role.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. As timer, I will time the table topics, speakers, formal speeches, and the evaluations. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left by using green, yellow, and red cards, which keep specific timing remaining. So there are different categories. So we want to do so like the green time for speech to get enrolled. Then yellow is the midway time where you have some more seconds left over. Then speech time. After that also we allow different as the category of the speech. And another thing when asked, then I'll update this taken by each role players.
Perfect, perfect. That's really wonderful. Now let me introduce a second role taker, which is our counter. So our counter Toastmaster Chandrasekhar.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and no guests. Today I'm taking the role of our counter. As an counter, I will keep a note of all the speakers who use crutch words or the past filler words. As I'm also taking note of people who reuse or repeat many comfortable words repeatedly in the speech. And I will at the end of the session I will submit the report of all the accounting done by each speakers. Thank you.
That's so wonderful. Now let me invite a grammarian of today's session, which is Carlino Dina. So please introduce yourself.
Good evening, Toastmasters. I'm going to be your speech police for today's session. And with my powerful grammar lens, I'm going to closely watch your sentence structure and also be closely tracking the use of your prepositions, nouns, verbs, and conjunction. Now, at the end of the session, I'll share a report on the good, bad, and ugly that showed up on your speech. So be wary, speak sharp, speak clearly, and stay on the right side of the law. Now, the word of the day is facade. The word means an outward appearance that hides what is real inside. An example sentence would be, a speaker can carry a calm facade on stage. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
That is an again wonderful expression. Thank you so much. Dear friends, what? Now let's dive into the serious session, which is prepared speeches. As you all know, prepared speeches are helping us a lot in our personal life as a mental life. So now, I would like to invite speaker number one. But before that, let me have their evaluator, which is Toastmaster Shalini.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Naveen. Good evening, Toastmasters. Good evening. No, this energy is really bad. Good evening, Toastmasters. Good evening. The speaker for this evening is completing her path. She's come a long way. The path is innovative planning. The time for the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. This is going to be a hallmark in the life of the speaker's achievement.
because one part is going to get completed. I request everyone, when the speaker completes her speech, please give a standing ovation to the speaker. Back to the team.
Speaker number 1, smile on her face, kindness in her heart. And she always thinks that perfection is just a perception. That is true. And the speaker has path which is innovative planning. So L5P2, 5 to 7 minutes, which is Toastmaster Prasanna Kumari, Shelters of Compassion, Prasanna Kumari.
To care for those who cared us once is one of the highest honors, I believe. I have given the overview and plan for my speech 3 weeks back. This is my completion of the speech, the project completion. So I know few of you were in there, but I can't help it now because of the time constraint. So the project planning, everything is done, and it is a shelter home for the destitute, homeless, and not so blessed. So the project completed, the construction started. We faced hurdles everywhere, especially in the financial side. When money flows, the workers are not there. When workers are there, money flow is not there. But with our dedication and commitment, myself as a leader and my team completed the project. The final touch was happening. All the equipments, what we need, since it is a destitute home, everything is in place. And then a thought came to me, because I visit lots of old age homes and destitute homes. See, when the construction did, we can just go and inaugurate. But for me, I had a thought, since I always keep them here. I thought, let me take one of the going to be inmate to the project. The team, we decided to take her. She's maybe in her late 80s, but looks like reaching 100 because very fragile. But she is one of the person who is always enthusiastic. What is happening? What is happening? So we took her there. As she entered the premise, she looked at the building. She just frozen there. After a moment, I was holding her one hand, then I shook her. Is this place I'm going to live? I said, yes. Then we took her inside. And, I cannot explain the emotions what I faced. The mixture of emotions on her face. I made her sit, take a seat. And the emotions are flowing from her eyes in the form of tears. She said, have I deserved this? I said, yes, obviously we worked for it. Then she made me sit closer to her, as if my half body was on her lap, like I am sitting on her lap. So she is very fragile. I was scared. She kept her hand on me. And all the other 3 teammates, with one hand is on me. That was a moment I will cherish throughout my life, because I felt that entire universe is giving me blessings, and the warmth I can feel. And her hands were shivering. It is not a steady hand because of her ailments, and I don't know what all ailments she has. She is not a healthy person. That moment is one of the the fulfillment. It is much, much bigger than the project which I completed. Then we took her back, and when we planned for our inauguration, that is the final of the project, and any Rotary project, that is one of the thing we inaugurate it in an elaborate manner. I thought, no, it is not the only inmates or Rotary leaders. It should be all the workers who stood by us in where when we faced problems, when we were in short of money, they said, no, we will do this project. This is a small contribution from our side because we delayed the payment. That evening, the entire day we celebrated. That evening we called all of them, felicitated them before the leaders. Because leaders always get felicitations. But the workers, around 12 of them, was with us always throughout the journey. So we felicitated them first, fed them. You know, we always get all these treatments everywhere, but for them, it is a new thing. I remembered the word of my driver. He told me once, when I go with you on an evening meeting of any Rotary functions, my wife is very happy. I asked why. She knows that he will get a good treat there. That what they get very, very rarely. So she is happy person because her husband is fed well. So that I remembered. So these people, the inauguration went to a different level altogether. Friends, I felt that we are not feeding people, we are feeding souls. We are sheltering compassion, not that we are sheltering people. So let us all join together and build a shelter of compassion where humanity lives, hope thrives, and compassion never run out. I remember a word in one of the international competition speech. Let us put a drop of kindness. Slowly, slowly, many drops will come and we can thrive. With this, I conclude my path and my speech. Thank you.
Thank you. What a beautiful speech that ever I heard. She just made me realize that once Abdul Kalam widely articulated that the great nation is not made by handsome people, but handsome hands that we can give. Great. That's it. Now it is time to invite the second speaker, but before that, let me invite the evaluator, which Toastmaster Gunjan.
Thank you so much. Naveen, can I have the evaluation sheet, please? Thank you so much. Today we'll be having another speaker over the stage podium, and the purpose of the project is for the member to begin developing a collection of humorous stories and to present a speech that includes humor. I wish all the very best to my speaker. Timer, please note, the timing is allotted to my speaker is 5 to 7 minutes. 5 minutes green, 6 yellow, 7 red. I wish all the very best to the speaker. Back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Speaker number 2. I could see ever smiling like she's running a 21 years successful event management company. And also she met her soulmate in the time and she is not knowing much about the perfection, but the kindness and successful life. Speaker path is engaging humor and speaker path is engaging humor and level is a L2P2. So we 5 to 7 minutes of a time. Toastmaster Meghana Vaswani, Weddings of Ninjas. Weddings of Ninjas, take Toastmaster Meghana Vaswani.
Thank you for your kind words. People think weddings are about love, romance, and fairy tale. But ask a wedding planner and they will tell you it's the disaster management. If ever world comes to an end, don't call the superheroes. Call an Indian wedding planner. They can handle anything. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guest, let's take a moment to appreciate the real heroes of India. Not the cricketers, not the astronauts, not even the actors. I'm talking about the wedding planners, the real MVPs of wedding world, the most valuable panic handlers. Every day is a challenge for them, but they tackle patiently. They are not the superheroes, not the magicians, but they make impossible possible. They even they make impossible possible. But until they hear the words from the client, tragic, traumatic, and soul crushing word, we have a small packet. They don't run on energy, they run on fear. Fear of failure, fear of drama, fear of the bride's aunt. They, their biggest enemy, not the vendor, not weather, not the GST. It's the family meeting. Bride's mom, I want elegance. Bride's aunt, add more gold. Bride's grandmother, add more marigold. Groom's sister, make everything Instagrammable. And groom, groom for everything he notes. Yes, baby. Love your vision, baby. Absolutely correct, baby. But inside, he is thinking, how much is this costing? Wedding planner's official motto. Ma'am, we'll fix it, everything. Don't worry. I tell you, unofficial motto. They don't know how, but they will pretend until something works. Then starts the celebrations. Haldi starts with love, ends with assault. At the end, everyone looks like a mango pickle. Bride's mehendi design has much details than my entire life plan. The Sangeet ceremony begins. Choreographer will say, right, left, clap, but Baratis dance randomly like disconnected Wi-Fi signal. Finally, couple gets married. After 3 days of drama, 10 days of bill, everyone cries. The bride thanks the wedding planner and says, you made my dream come true. Wedding planner smiles peacefully. But thinks, ma'am, your dream caused me a nightmare. Every wedding is a challenge for them. They go through lots of challenges. Every event is a crisis. Every hour is a twist. Every payment in a miracle. But they are not just the planners, they are the warriors, psychologists, therapists, dancers, temporary parents, wedding ninjas. If you ever meet a wedding planner, respect them. Offer them some water. Give them food. Give them a vacation. Because when bride gets her fairy tale, the wedding planners, they get PTSD, post-traumatic shadi disorder. uh, Everyone asks me, Meghna, how you're so calm and patient? I smile and tell them, after handling Indian weddings over 21 years, everything seems very easy. Bangalore traffic, easy. Negotiations, easy. Difficult people, very easy. Only one thing which is still little difficult for me, but I'll try. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guest, if you truly love me, respect me, and if you want me to survive, please book a holiday for me. Thank you. Over to you, Kapil.
What a great speech again, which is second speech is also outstanding speech. But what I understood that I will not, I will not book any weddings. I will do my marriage in temple. Okay, with that, we'll end the session of our prepared speeches, and now let me move to a second section. Let me move to a second section, which is the table topic. Table topic is nothing but just getting a chance of a sudden situations where we can handle impromptu. So, with that, I would like to invite a young and energetic, as a superpower of creation, a superpower of a fast learning. She loves traveling and she loves driving. It's Toastmaster Ruxana.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, we're not going to judge your speeches. Rather, we'll be judging how gracefully you survived disaster. In other words, welcome to real life. And to celebrate today's theme, the illusion of perfection, I have a special game called the Perfection Glitch Game. Because every perfect moment in life comes with one tiny glitch. So this is how it goes. Every speaker gets a topic, gets a scenario that starts off perfect. But wait, a small, funny, unexpected twist ruins the perfection. So you'll have to turn that glitch into a wonderful story. So let's begin with a perfectly imperfect session. And are you ready to light up the night with by breaking the illusion of perfection? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So who wants to go first? Please. Your dream begins beautifully. Your luggage gets lost at the airport.
Tell me, table topic master, can we imagine any vacation with our favorite clothes and it got lost? Have you witnessed or experienced such kind of a vacation? Thank you so much. We already have one of our victim over here, and yes, me as well. I went to Goa, and suddenly I reached Goa. Very good. But technically, there should be two things should reach at airport: me and my luggage. But then I realized I was the only one standing and struggling. Don't know. Where is my luggage? I went to the counters. Hello, sir. I have a query. Could you please help me with this luggage? How is it possible that it's only in Bangalore airport? Come on, sir. I don't know, but you have to get my luggage immediately. Tell me, sir. I have planned my whole 5 days, 6 nights. Toastmasters? That is one of the biggest surprise life gave me and pushed me that you have to always ready. And being a woman, I got a better chance to get shopping with lots of dresses. I hope every woman can relate that we should just need a one chance to shop and get some new dresses for our wardrobe. And now I cannot even say that I have no outfits. Or probably I have not even outfits because I have no whole luggage. Toastmasters. Life is full of surprises. Maybe you reach office late and your manager is standing and staring at you. And maybe the scenario which I witnessed, I was planned a full 5 days, 6 nights Goa trip without luggage. But the thing is, just go ahead with a positive mindset. Think, come and see that what life is trying to teach you. Maybe I could have shouted or get panicked. But yes, I took in a positive way. And yes, I wanted you shopping new dresses for me and just feel relaxed on Goa beaches. Thank you and back to you, Topic Master.
That was wonderful, Toastmaster Gunjan. So who's going to go next? Habib, Mr. Habib. Let me come, please. Oh, yeah. Very sweet thing. There's a professional photo shoot happening. Everything is perfect, but you blink in every photo.
One day in my office, they told there is a Bollywood photo shoot happening for Euros. I thought it's only for me because I am the only Bollywood hero in my office, and that is for professional. Professional, okay. I dressed up professionally with my blazers on, shoot on, and everything. And I gone to the photo shoot area. There I saw my photographer who is standing and saying me, "Bro, I'm going to take you photo." Yes, me. Bro, you are not looking good. What? Am I not looking good? Then I told him, bro, what I need to do. Then he told some tips and tricks. Then I gone and done all the tricks and tricks. Then I came back. Now I look professional. I am asked the lady how I look. He told. Then I gone to the photo shoot. Then he told me, bro, look at the camera. You need to look like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs. Wait, I want to pose like Shah Rukh Khan. Or Talapati Vijay. But you want me to look like Elon Musk or Steve Jobs. I don't know how to do. Right. Then I got so scared because My manager came in between the talk. Then in front of manager, it's like in front of our school teacher. I got so scared. So I photographed like, come on, Naveen, please be stand like Chief Jobs. Sir. Naveen, don't blink your eyes. See the camera. Sir, can tell him to go out. Then I will do whatever you want. But I don't. Then so I told him with eyes, not through voice. Otherwise, the manager will kick me out in the next layoff. Then he told, Naveen, look at here. He tried multiple times, but I can't look at him because one side manager, other side my crush is sitting. In between, this guy is asking me to do poses like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs. What can I do? But I can't do anything. But in that chaos, I enjoy that photo shoot very much. There is a lot of choices happening every day in our lives. Because while coming to today's in this meeting, I got a lot of traffic in between. But in the end, I reached and I feel so happy because I entered before the table topics. So I will get a topic and speak in front of you all. Back to the table topic.
Thank you, Toastmaster Naveen. Okay, who's gonna come next? Mr. Habib, Toastmaster Habib.
Perfection.
Okay. You plan the perfect healthy day. Someone offers you biryani and you surrender. Perfect healthy day. Someone offers you biryani and you surrender.
This happens to me every day. Because of my high BP, I always have a plan early one day before I would have planned morning at around. I usually get up around 5:15 for prayers. So I thought by 5:15 I will have this. Then afterwards I will have some. One of the person has recommended to have beetroot juice because of my BP. Then everything is planned. Early morning I get up. I have beetroot juice after my namaz. Everything. Then I will go for health. Then I will take my dog Lucy for walking. Everything is done, going to taking bath, going for gym, finishing my exercise, all day done. Then again I will have a very light breakfast because they are told you should not have non-veg early in the morning. So everything I will plan. I will have some light food, fruits, vegetables. I usually follow one person called as Dr. Biswar Roy, who with whose diet I follow because of my BP. Then my day passes through. Then I will have my BP tablets, everything. Then comes the afternoon. Afternoon suddenly I will think I will not go home because if I go home, there's definite data my wife will offer me non-veg. So I will not go home. I will tell my wife to send it by Denso something. I will have it outside some like curd rice something. Then suddenly that also is avoided. Slowly comes the evening, then again, by the time I get around 7:30, 8 o'clock, then they start telling, no, we usually have dinner all together in the entire family. Well, no, it is not possible. I have prepared biryani because my son, he stays in one good place because he's working. Prepared biryani, all those things, you have to come and have food. Then finally everything goes off. Night before I sleep, I end up having some strong non-vegetarian food and sleep. Then again, I will regret the same thing. I will tell, no, this is the last one. I will follow again from tomorrow the same routine. Thank you.
Toastmaster Habib. So, Caroline, you want to take it up?
No, no.
You are ready for the perfect gym day. You trip on the treadmill trying to look cool.
First of all, it's a surprise that I'm at the gym that day because I never go to the gym after paying 12 months of the gym fee. And if I've tripped after that, then it's certainly a double joke on myself. But maybe there's a reason why I tripped. Maybe there's a handsome guy out there, or maybe several handsome guys. Maybe it's my hope that if they see me vulnerable and acting like a damsel in distress, maybe some handsome dude will come and rescue me. And that fall will make him fall in love with me and we live a happily ever after. That is usually the dream. I don't. The thing is, I'm an honest person. I don't want that kind of my atrocity to fall on any other handsome dude. So I'm better off being single. However, on the day that she mentioned that I tripped and fell on the treadmill, uh, possibly because I had some sort of deep crush on a personal trainer, and this was the only way to get him to come to me. Because probably he would have told me several times, don't eat white rice, eat only Rajamundi rice, or eat only dalia. But no. So he had stopped talking to me. He said, you're hopeless, you're worthless, you're going to have flaps all over your body. Your body mass index comprises only of fat percentage. There is no lean muscle in your body. Your face is double chin. Your hair is falling. Still, you want to eat wild biryani rice, jeeraga samba, basmati. So this incident has already happened, but still, I want this guy to be attracted to me, and there is no other way but to trip and fall and pretend like I'm injured. Maybe or maybe not, he would have seen this act, but let's hope for the better. Let's just all imagine that he fell for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Caroline. Who would like to go next? Vikas, please.
We are not go. Gang is there.
We organized a perfect big party to attend 500 guests. The guests arrived more than 1,000.
My sister's marriage, I planned long back in '98. So in our hometown, we had planned somewhere around 300 to 350 guests. That is the capacity of my town. So, but I don't know from where I could see, maybe there were 350, maybe, but I could see thousands of people standing there. Why? Because they all were hawking like anything. And the caterer was saying, Sahab, एक एक आदमी दो दो का खाना खा रहा है. So I felt like maybe I think I've called, I should count them. But you see, I was so disillusioned, I was not able to count also. And somehow I made them, please add water in the sabjis and something you do. So that at last, I thought to go away with this plan, I asked him to add some Jamal Gota in that. That was the only savior I could do because I want to save myself. I had planned for 350 and don't know from where they have come. Somebody said, Sir, वो उनके ननिहाल से भी लोग आ गए हैं सर उनके मौसी घर से भी लोग आ गए हैं इसीलिए and I was like what to do and then this Jamal Gutta did a fantastic job for me starting whatever 2-3 people started no don't eat food it was a savior for me thank you.
We will not come for your bed. Whenever you call us, we're not going to come for the bed. Yeah. Chandrasekhar. Yeah. Still up. The house is spotless for guests, but they bring children.
It's a Monday event for me, okay? Because in my house I have two people who are OCD, obsessively compulsive disorder, and even I'm scared to do my daily activities because of that. Okay, all the used clothes should be in the same basket, and the shoe should be always laid in the straight manner. So whenever my daughter or my son says, "Papa, Papa, today we are having a get together. I'm bringing my friends," and all my radars and everything, all my sensors will go 10x. Okay, because make sure that each and every object will be in its place and no dirty. Do not play on the ground and come inside, because otherwise my mother-in-law and my mother going to scream and blast you out of the black and blue. And I think along with you guys, and I will be sent out of the room, because I was in charge of this afternoon until they came back from marriage or whatever the function they were got. So for me, any the guests, especially the kids who are coming as a guest to my house, is a nightmare. And we make sure that all the, first of all, even before the guests are invented, we make sure that all the rooms and everything is clean. And when they come, and we make sure that before my mother-in-law scans the house, we will make sure everything is clean and perfect, so that she should not know that the guests have even come and gone.
Okay, who wants to go next? Toastmaster Charlie?
Come and pick a tip.
Perfect. Person walks in too early. The person walks in too early.
This happened in 2018 when I wanted to give a surprise to my cousin. My cousin Nikhil lived in the US at that time, and he said, "Akka, I'm coming to meet you." And he did not tell me the date. He did not tell me the time. He just said, "I will come and meet you because I'm coming to India soon." And I knew it was his birthday, which falls on February 20th every year, and I had planned the perfect surprise to have a cake which had the number 25 in it, because it was his quarter birthday celebrations. I had planned for some gifts. I had called his best friends. I invited all his best friends to my house so that we could give him a very good surprise. Although he's my cousin, he's very close to me because I'm the eldest, he's the youngest in the family. And here comes the big drama, the melodrama. The friends are there. They came just when he entered the house, and he could guess that all the people whom I had invited for the birthday party, they were already there. The cake was there, the delicacies, the spread, everything was there. And I was like, oh God, this is not a surprise anymore. But Nikhil, being my brother, he said, "I knew you would do something like this, and I wanted that you should do it in front of me." So I said, "Then what is the meaning of a surprise if I tell you everything and do the thing?" But that is how our bonding is. What I want to share is Nikhil is more than a cousin. He would have been my own brother in the last birth. But this is something we try to keep playing pranks on each other. Every time he gives me a surprise, I know the surprise before he actually delivers the surprise. And every time I try to do something for him, he also knows it. So now we become very smart. We now try to find ways where we do not try to let the other person know that this is what we are going to do, but we have been failing so far. So if table topic master comes up with a bigger idea or a greater idea, or people in the room, if you have a better idea to suggest to me, I would be more than happy, because one surprise at least in one lifetime I want to give him by telling him that I am cleverer than you. Back to you.
So we'll think about it and we'll come back to you, Toastmaster Shalini. So who wants to go next?
Yes,
Krasti was desperately waiting for you.
yes.
Yeah.
After Gunjan's act, I don't think we can match it.
Yes.
You planned a perfect banquet dinner.
Yeah, but
And the food you cooked is burnt.
Yes, we could.
I've been known to think positively, and I've been known to take decisions positively in every situation for that matter. If the power goes off, we always have a UPS ready, the backup plan, and there's always a plan B, C, D, and E to come up. So there's no question of power causing any problems with any romantic evening. And to beat it, we have candles everywhere. The food going kaput, no problem. We have Swiggy, we have Blinkit, we have everything else. And probably I don't have to throw a surprise to my romantic partner and say, I had actually planned this, but it went wrong. Now it's your turn. You can choose what you want and you will get it. So there is no question of power cutting out my romance or the food going kaput or the lights going off. We are always up there. It's just you need to take that perfect moment and make it better. Thank you. Over.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anandji. And then who's going to go next? Our President. You dress perfectly for an event. You realize the tag is still hanging at the back.
Yeah, this incident happened once with me. I was attending a wedding and I wore a beautiful sari which created by my own company, but the price tag with the name was there at the pallu because it is not hanging, it was clipped because we put it, so it was for easiness we clipped it. So one of my friend came closer to me. What is she saying? There is nothing. I said, what? Then she loudly said, announced, your price tag is hanging. So handle the situation how? I said, I wore the sari because somebody asked me the price. I forgotten it to show them. I wore it with the tag because I have to handle the situation, otherwise it will look bad on me. So I showed that, yeah, somebody asked me, they said that they are also coming for the wedding, they want the sari. So the price, I may not remember. So by knowingly, I stapled it there. That is how I handle the situation. So handling the situation and you are, people notice you that you forgotten to remove the tag. So we have to handle it nicely and in a business way because my clients are everywhere. So that is the message I passed. So that is how I handle it. Happened to me. Thank you.
Thank you for your handling. One. Meghna. You're hosting the perfect party. Guests arrived, but the food hasn't. Very manageable.
Yes. It happened so that I have hosted a party for my daughter for their Children's Day event. And all the children were coming, but they were making loud noise and everything. And suddenly, I got the call from where I have booked the order to the caterer. They said their vehicle is punctured and it may take 1 hour of time to reach. And you understand the children's, they cannot wait till the time the food is served to them. And I was like so much disturbed what to do, how to handle them. Then I got an idea. I thought, chalo, let me involve them with some games and some activities, make them fun, dance and all. And meanwhile, I had some popcorns at home. I quickly made those popcorns. Then I gave them the popcorns. I had certain snacks items. I have served them. Children were very happy with that food rather than having the proper food. They love popcorns. They like the snacks. And we had a lot of good times having games, having fun with the childrens, having popcorn, and children actually forgot that food has not arrived. They were busy playing, enjoying. Then caterer came. He came and cooked the food for us. And mothers came later on to pick the childrens. But mothers didn't came to know that children were so busy, they were full with their popcorns and snack items, what was served to them. But still, after playing so much of games and fun and those things, children become so happy. Whatever the food has come later on also, they had properly, even mothers came. Actually, I told caterer, now you have come late. So whoever is coming later on, you have to give them the food. It's a punishment for you. And caterer said, okay, ma'am, no problem, no worries. I will do it for you. Don't worry. Don't deduct my payment. I will do it for you. I'll make extra plates for you. So that day, with the children, even mothers, they also had the food. Thank you. Over to you.
Regina. Then we have one person left. Let's call Toastmaster Naveen.
You reach early, well prepared, looking confident for a meeting. But you spill tea on your shirt.
I never had that situation where I spilled tea on me because I don't drink teas. But let me share you all something which most important that. So as I'm working in a sales field. So before I get into sales, I was working as a merchandiser. I was working a small profession. I was also working as a delivery boy. So at the time that what I got to know much about the delivery boy and also merchandiser and everything, that I learned a lot. Especially my dream was to get into an international company to perform more and having a lot of luxuries, like a cab pickup, like a more food and also more money as well, more incentives and many things. But I worked day in and day out continuously for a 7 days continuously with help of my mentor, with the help of my family, with the help of my experience. But there was a moment in my life that I went to interview for the foreign company. It was something a US-based company, but unfortunately, they found that I'm not good enough in terms of speaking English. So that made me, really feel bad about that particular time. And then I realized that that would not be just only the way to go into a failure, but that is also one of the way which I can see world next step ahead. So I took a stand and I joined into the sales as a pre-sales, as sales, as an assistant manager. Now no more any assistant manager, but I can see a lot of things and I can also imagine a lot of things. But because I am standing here, and that might be also a reason because of that which I prepared a lot and I got rejected because of something. This is all. Thank you so much.
Hope you all enjoyed the table topics.
Thank you.
So, dear friends, how was the table topics? It's going to be a raffle of few feathers where you can vote who is the best speaker of table topics. Let's move into our next section, which is one of most awaited section, which is general evaluation. Before starting, let me invite a personality who is always encouraging a young people, who is also considered as a peculiar style. He has his own language. Every time he comes with a new words and new style always. That is Toastmaster Anand Ramacharya. Thank you.
Yeah, Modi, Naveen for a lovely introduction. I'm sure I don't have to start with saying that our meeting started on time. I don't think we should go into that at all because NITK Beehive is known for its perfection. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. And going further, let me apologize. I couldn't time the Bangalore traffic today. 6 kilometers drive took me 1.5 hours. That was sad. So I kept you guys waiting. Sorry about it. Let me start with the theme, the illusion of perfection. There is nothing illusion about perfection. That is the goal, and we shouldn't be even debating about that in NITK Beehive. Otherwise, it would be a disaster for Shalini. The kind of passion she brings, every time she's cooking, probably she's talking about something and rehearsing her topics. And only with rehearsing and going to be that perfect speaker, you can be perfect. If ISRO scientists had thought about not being perfect, you would have had the Chandrayaan 2, what happened. It's only after the perfection was met, Chandrayaan 3 happened. If that same concept of perfection had not been taken into the Aditya L1, we wouldn't have gone and placed our satellite 150,000 kilometers away from Earth. Perfection, my dear friends, is not an illusion. It is a must. It is like setting a question paper for 100 marks and telling the student, 35, chalta hai bhai, take 35, you're fine. What is it going to end up with? A doctor will open you up and say, oh, I know opening you up, but I don't know how to tie you back. And maybe a pilot will say, oh, I know how to take the aircraft up, but I don't know how to bring it down. That's what's going to happen if you are not perfect. It's a facade. It's a facade of the fox, which says the grapes are sour. It's a defeatist mentality, and we should be even getting there. Not in NITK Beehive, where we have so many people here aiming for perfection. And if that was not the reason, I wouldn't have been here evaluating your speeches. Going forward from that, today's TM Modi, Naveen, as usual, has a fantastic, infectious smile on his face. And he comes up with very energetic topics. The way he introduced people looked pretty nice. And you come miles from where you started off with. And he has no qualms in saying where he started off with. And now we all see where he's getting to. And he'll be there, up there, perfect. Going forward, let me introduce you to my team, the evaluators. The first evaluator, Shalini, who will be evaluating the first speaker. The second evaluator, who is Gunjan. And of course, my tag team. My tag team, can I have our the accountant tell me about your role? Who is the accountant today? Let me put together the team and then we'll start. So we don't have an accountant. Who is doing this? We're doing it. Please tell me about your role, a little bit about your role.
So, hello, good evening, so I have noted down all the counter the countings. There was no any crunch, but there are a lot of repetitions. So people have used a lot of words.
I just want that you are the accountant man who is going to take care of all the R's and U's and Ums. Okay. Then if that's the case, then we'll go with our first evaluation. And you don't have to, you really need to have a thick skin to get evaluated by Shalini. She's a she's a ninja wielding that ninja sword which cuts sharp, and before you know, everything is fine, but the cut would have happened. May I welcome on the stage Shalini.
Thank you, Toastmaster Daniel, our general evaluator. Well, there is a very beautiful saying that the road to self-development is always under construction. So I'm also work in progress. But talking about our first speaker today, Toastmaster Prasanna, shelters of compassion, SOC. Okay? Now my evaluation depends on SOC, shelters of compassion. I would say you had a very compassionate beginning where you mentioned a beautiful statement: to care for those who care for all is one of the biggest gifts that you can give to mankind. The first S in Shelters of Compassion stands for powerful storytelling. I've always seen you as a storyteller, and today the story that you shared, which was nothing like ever before that you had shared, where you spoke about the work that you're doing. It could be one of your projects that you're doing in your service, in your Rotary area, in that particular, with that particular set of people. But when you spoke about that 80-year-old woman who was there, who is actually the star of your story today, I could actually connect with that person even though I have not seen her, because your characterization was so powerful about that lady. There was so much of power in giving is what you wanted to tell us. So you are an excellent storyteller, the first S, where the story stood out for each one of us. Gentlemen and ladies in the room, Toastmasters, do you agree with me on that? The O of here for me stands for outstanding delivery. What I noticed today was you had very good hand gestures. When you spoke about the old lady, I could actually visualize that the old lady was there, who came and gave you a hug, who looked into your face and said, "Is this the building I'm going to live in forever?" And the expressions on your face, the joy that was coming, that vibrant joy, you spread the energy all across the room. I feel today your delivery was one of the best in all the speeches that I have seen. It stood out for me. And the C, compassion, here stands for creativity in content. The entire story spoke about celebrating life and beautiful moments through your story. There was a very powerful message that there is joy in giving. And the last sentence, feeding people to feeding souls, created the lasting impact. Toastmaster Prasanna, in the last 1 year's time, I've seen you emerging as a wonderful speaker every time when you come and give your speech in the club. Some areas that you can work upon. The first one I would say, since you had a powerful story, you could have divided the stage. We call this in Toastmasters as intentional stage movements. Start the story somewhere, give the message in the middle, the powerful part of the storytelling, conclude the story, and then come back and give a lasting impact to the audience. So you can use the stage in an intentional way. The second being the structure. The story went on very well, but in between you had words like, "I don't want to talk about it, I cannot go back and explain that." These words can be avoided. You can just say, "I felt so touched, I was speechless." Instead of saying, "I am not getting words to speak about them," you could just have said, "I felt touched, I am speechless about it." In summary, I would say a very soulful, joyous speech loaded with kindness, goodness, and compassion. A message for all of us that kindness is free, so sprinkle it everywhere. Your boldness to take up such projects that people have not done before. Just working upon stage movements and little tightening of the structure. Toastmaster Prasanna, I look forward to the next part and many more speeches from you. Back to the
As always, a fantastic evaluation from Shalini. But today she was very eloquent in her praise of the speech. There were a few things that I felt that I know when we actually give out an evaluation, it is for you to improve your speeches. Though your story was a very powerful one with a lot of emotions in it, I would have liked it to have been well. And the second one, the second area where you missed out on, or rather a little more improvements are required, is disjointed sentences. I would like you to finish the sentence before you go to the next one. That apart, the story was fantastic. As a coming from a Rotarian, I can relate to what you were talking about, and I can actually feel the way the old destitute lady felt when she was taken to a place where she's going to, where she only dreamt she would have lived. Thank you so much. Moving on to the next evaluator, we have Gunjan here. She is like a toy on a spring, fitted with a Bose speaker and Madhuri Dixit in full spirits. Over to you.
I have got a one wedding planner, and she's from NITK BIHIVE Club. She must be costing so much fees. I know all these wedding planners. No, Mama, just $60. Enough. And she is in for my wedding. But what about, will she handle your so fairy tale wedding? Definitely. You know why? Because once she comes to the stage, she brings that joyfulness. She's such a confident speaker and attracts everyone's attention by her sense of humor. Talking about Haldi, Sangeet, or any DJ ride. Toastmaster Meghna, you're a brilliant, confident speaker once you come to the stage. You attracted everyone to your stories. You walked through us. Such a well-planned structure. You open it, talk about the weddings and who are the most valuable wedding planners. And coming to the so-called aunties that they are more concerned about their dresses, goals, or they should look elegant. Not only this, but also the touch of humor you brought in the story. We all directly connect to them because somehow we all have walked through this experience of weddings. Maybe ourselves or our kids or our parents. But yes, there are some areas of improvements which I felt that we could have improved. First is the icebreaker which you bought to open the context you're going to share the wedding story. I felt that it was too much. You talked about the marriage, the how what the different things are happening in marriage, MVPs, what are the wedding planners, they are running out of the energy, they are running because of the fear. I felt this continued in those so many mini stories. Instead of, you could have bought a one picture that how we planned our wedding, then talked about Haldi, Sangeet, and somewhere I was looking forward some drama, especially when Varmala things happen. Because that is something one main concern of any wedding planner or any wedding, because that is something main story of any wedding. Thirdly, which I would like to bring is I didn't find your own personal touch. Although I was looking forward something. By the end, you mentioned that you are 21 years of patient. I was looking something your own personal thing, which something shows it attracted more towards your. Thirdly, somewhere I found that you close your eyes when you once bride and wedding planner they're having a conversation. For instance, just close for 1 second. Like for example, mom, your wedding was like a nightmare for me. So these are the few of the things which you could have worked on. However, you're a confident speaker, also a wedding planner. Just bring more personal touch. And mom is saying, Lord Toastmaster Meghna for my wedding planning. Thank you, and back to you, Chinitza.
Only small things that I have a problem with her. I didn't want a speech from you. It should have been an evaluation of her speech, which you took a lot more time than necessary. That's a small thing. Don't take it as a aberration. Take it as a inverted compliment. And when it came to Meghna, a few things that I noticed were also, Gunjanji, you forgot talking about the purpose of the speech, whether the speaker has met her purpose, whether she, whether her speech passed your expectations, or was it up to the mark, and can it be allowed to go through, or should she repeat it? That's something you need to come back and tell me a little later. Your eye contact, fantastic. Speech content, 10 on 10. Humor, very good. Pauses, absolutely fantastic. Body language, super. What was lacking is the delivery. I would like a free flow of language rather than coming out in sputters. That is something I think I have told this to you the second or the third time. Probably the next time I hear from you, I would like to see a free flow of language. And what I told to our PK, the same thing. I suggest you complete the sentences before moving on to the next one. There were many sentences which were half spoken and you went forward. It was as if your thoughts were going faster than your speech. Coming to our table topic master, perfection. It was very good, very innovative, bringing a lot of energy and humor. I'm sure a lot of thought process must have gone in figuring out and nailing down the questions. I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed Gunjan's performance as a speaker. He was just absolutely wonderful. Going to Goa and losing the luggage was simply awesome. And I was just thinking that she's going to talk only about losing the luggage and speaking and creating a fuss. But then she had a positive attitude towards that. She also found a nice opportunity to go and shop some more. That was nice. And Naveen, you were just Gunjan, but with a watered down version. Yours was the Jeff Bezos and Steve Jobs and your Salman Khan. All that was damn good. That was nice, and the question was also very nice. Maybe you should have, we should have swapped that question with me. I don't love that. Overall, we had a wonderful meeting, and let me just to conclude, go through our tag teams. May I have the R count? Let's see how many bottles each of our speakers hit.
Yeah. Today, what I've noticed is there were very less number of catch words like so and buts were used by some of the speakers and as well as road takers. Other than that, in the main speech, the speaker 1 and speaker 2, there were a lot of pause during the sentence making, and I think that is already evaluated by general evaluator. So, and there were little crunch words used by myself, and I know that's why I picked it up. And there were very few crunch words in this session, but there are more long pauses or empty spaces in the speech, which actually I think it's applicable for most of the the speakers.
Did our grammars go well? May I have a grammarian talk about it? Yes.
Let's start off with Toastmaster President's speech, final speech in the pathway. Your words carry a lot of energy. You use simple words with strong effect. You kept your ideas clean and direct. There are good usages like mixture of emotions, cherish, feeding souls, sheltering compassion, hope thrives, drops of kindness. These are all word aesthetics, as we call it. Just a few grammar slips here and there. Somebody said, am I deserve this? The correct construction is, do I deserve this? Then you use the phrase, somebody giving me blessings. If you had replaced the word giving me blessings with the word showering, the speech would have carried a lot of weightage. Okay. So your prepared speech was excellent. But coming back to the table topics, there were a lot of hanging sentences, and you used phrases like, in the main speech you used expressions like, it is a new thing. Don't use the word thing. Maybe we can substitute it with the word experience. It's a new experience. Something like that. We can avoid all that. Those are also fall under crutch words. PM Moody Naveen, today you were a truckload of confidence. I had that kind of, I wish I had that kind of confidence. Your speech was structured and well practiced and well prepared, I guess. Only thing given to you was what happens when you spill tea on your shirt. See, none of us have that real experience. So try to talk within that area of within that topic. Try to be creative because I've never gone to the gym. I sleep a lot and I've stolen many other people because I'm sure that they have not served biryani to thousands of people. So it's all about imagination and thinking on your feet. Because what happens is when you speak about your work and stuff, it sort of becomes an overkill and a little bit of monotony comes in. Yeah. Great job, otherwise as a TM only. Meghna, highly original and innovative, your speech was. Your lines were clear and strong. Your phrases stood out. They had style. Your vocabulary gave color to your thoughts. And you use a lot of contrast, like not just planning as their volumes. So I like that kind of sentence structure. And the phrases that stood out were don't call them superheroes. MVP, there's humor there where you mentioned most valuable panic handlers. They make impossible possible. Soul crushing. So your that speech was excellent. I didn't find much of grammar slips. But in your table topics, there were some slips, especially the ones that really stood out and it was blatantly noticeable was the word children. It's not children's, the plural is children, child children. And you said an incorrect use of the article a, got a idea. It should always be got an idea. Mothers didn't came to know. Should be mothers didn't know or mothers did not come to know. Otherwise, great job on the speech. Gunjan 100% profit. I didn't find any flaw in your speech. It was great and in person. Just Nandini, excellent content. Just some small slips in language. You use something like please be stand like. I think that can be corrected. That's because I think when you're thinking in vernacular, that happens. Toastmaster happy. Simple, clear, impactful storytelling. Some few language slips here and there, but it's all negligible. Toastmaster Vikas, great story intro. He started off with it was my sister's wedding. That itself was a hook and a clear hook, not like some of us where we didn't know how to start. Chandra, all my sensors don't tell except it's a good usage. And then you used an excellent phrase called last tube black and blue. Nice use of that phrase. Shalini, great speech. You used the word melodrama. The only, I think grammar was overall great. Only slip that I saw was you used the sentence, the cake was there. So that's a very Indianized way to talk. You should have probably said we had cake.
And mine?
You're excellent.
Now let's hear from our timekeeper.
Time
If the flights took off on time and landed on time.
You called my name, I was like, you happy or not? That's right. So we always say time plays an important role when you plan your success. Meet your time, your success is there. So as per my thing is, being a man, you need to check your time, you are out of your time, because for your speech, you are 8 minutes, 10 seconds. It was word out. Then in your table talk also, you are 2 minutes, 40 seconds out of this. So you need to plan because I have seen in your past, this thing also, when I was time, seeing you always blown out your time. So please, last time also we gave you a walkover when I was with this thing. Planning, I request. Everybody, all of them, like the table topics or the speeches, everybody are on time. Thank you.
We call them as Mike Tyson in Rotary. You know, give them the stage and the mic, and they are Tysons. That brings to the end of the session, except that I would request both the evaluators to say if the speakers that you are evaluating met the criteria of their speech, and would you let it pass? Say you can proceed, or you want them to repeat. May I ask?
Pass. I would like to request Toastmaster Meghna to repeat the speech so that we can have a more engaging humor. I felt there was more fighting humor was present. I think to request him because I saw the story was very innovative.
Maybe the time also was way above what it should have been. So to bring it down, you need to see where you can put the scissors in, chop it off nicely, and bring it into your acceptable limits. And here in NITK Beehive, we play to win. We don't play to say that I also played. That's not for us. So for me, perfection is perfection. And there is no illusion about it. We may not hit there is a lovely sentence that says that aim for the stars, you may hit the sun. So let's aim for the stars. And I know we have one here, we have one there, we have one here. We're just filled with stars. I am sure it's only a matter of time before we start getting medals and awards and recognitions here. And the illusion of perfection is a facade that will never be put up here in NITK Beehive. With that, I return the phone back to you.
What a beautiful general evaluation. So how do you felt about general evaluation? That's outstanding, and today's performances were outstanding, were flabbergasted everywhere. Thank you so much for everyone's contribution. Now, let me go back to the theme. So where in my life where I met with a great person, he told two things. One was there was nothing perfection, but the second, which is a perfection, where we'll get the perfection. Perfection of ourselves. When we been perfect for ourselves, I think we can see the world beautiful. So this is how I would like to close the meeting. So I'd like to give the stage back to our president.
Thank you, Shreya, for a wonderful session. Thank you. Voting is done. I think a link is sent. Okay. I'll take a moment to do the voting. I would like to hear from Toastmaster Naveen how the meeting went on.
Thank you for bringing me again to the stage. I know NITK, as Sir told, NITK is for perfection. I know it before when I remember it was the first out time meeting. Apart from I came to this club first in our district. That is the perfection I saw. That time we was 5 minutes late. I remembered Veera, my club president, he was talking to Ramdas sir. He told, if you don't come on time, you will start on time. I never had that much incident. From that day, I was very good. I know more things about NITK. They are very perfect and they are very good speakers. I know more speakers in this club. Was Ramdas sir, Shalini ma'am, Prasanna, more speakers in that. And really love to come whenever I get a chance. I would love to come to a stage. I think I came more times to NITK baby. And today also I had a chance and I really enjoyed the stage. Thank you so much for inviting.
That is wonderful growth from our club. Thank you very much. We welcome with open arms anytime you wanted to come. But to be 6:55, be here so that you can attend the full meeting. I have few announcements. December 3rd, we are planning for a joint meeting. What do you call it? In Toastmaster, we call it as linkers meet. But I went back to Rotary Way joint meeting. So linkers meet with Smedley. Most probably we will decide where it will happen, whether here or there. We wanted them to come here and do it so that we will lead. So let us see what happens. We are working on it. And December 17th, Interclub table topic contest we wanted to conduct. We will be the host club. We will invite people from different clubs. So few of us will participate and the other club members will. That day there is no other speech or anything will be there. Only table topic contest. Then December 10th, we are planning to bring some difference. Mentor and mentee. You will be coming here. There were only prepared speeches will be there and table topic, nothing else will be there. And we will be coming with our mentor, or if you are a mentor with your mentee, and how you feel about that. We wanted to evaluate in our tenure. This is a decision taken by both of us, myself and VP Education, because we want to bring some changes that we want to hear if, and we want to give them an opportunity. If they are not very happy with the mentor, they can choose someone else with the permission of the mentor. That is what we wanted to bring. So a mentor-mentee discussion in front of others. So if anybody is not selected their mentor, or somebody don't know their mentee, please connect with them. And this will be happening on 10th of December. So no more announcements. Is you have not now. Do you have anything else to add? Jamboree and that I will do. Jamboree, you want to announce?
The only thing is, I think those who are not aware of that. We have the district media conference, which is on November 29th. That is named as Jamboree. People who have not registered, available on those 2 days, please register for the district media conference, which is called Jamboree. It is happening on November 29th and 30th. This is the district media conference. So all of you are welcome to be a part of Jamboree. And it is happening in New Horizon College of Engineering. So please register for that. Everyday messages are coming in the division group, because our division director is taking the initiative to post these messages. There are also other members who are part of Jamboree. It's going to be a very, very wonderful, insightful, enriching 2-day event, because we have great panel discussions. We have keynote speeches. Keynote speech is given by Mas Mahato, who is the world champion of public speaking. So I'm sure I have registered. Has registered already. Our president was the first one to register. In fact, I was the second one to register. She was the first one. So for it, it's not something we should.
So one more announcement is there, which we missed last week, which is the Toastmaster of month in October. Any guesses? Shalini, there is a rule. Once you have received it, your name won't be taken in that 6 months. It's all we introduced in our tenure. Others to get the award. So this is none other than our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Megan. It is a pleasure for me. I'm so happy.
I'm so happy to receive from you. Thank you.
Thank you. Now let me announce the result. Best Toastmaster Navi. Congratulations, and it is so nice of you that taking a big role as you just joined. It's wonderfully handled. Thank you so very much.
I would like to represent this to my sister, which is Nagaratna, where I could miss today's party. Sorry.
Best evaluator, as always, Shalini. Thank you very much. She's always crisp and clear, no stone unturned. Every time, if you look at her evaluation, I learned a lot from her, and she's the one person who always pushed me. Take one role throughout the month so that you get experience. So congratulations again. Thank you evaluating me the second time.
Thank you.
It's an honor to receive from the president. Thank you. Best role taker, Toastmaster Caroline. Such a wonderful roles you have. We are learning a lot.
Thank you.
So you are very new to our club. She is 2 weeks old.
2 weeks old.
In club, but she is a Toastmaster already before.
Thank you.
Best table topic speaker, Toastmaster Gunjan. So when you lose your luggage also you get awarded. Right here? Thank you. Best speaker. I'll come. Come, let him come. Let's do the yes. No. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now Anand wanted to suggest something.
You can close the meeting.
After closing.
Something that we have not had in our club. So many things happening around us. The current affairs is linked with very interesting happenings.
That we put a voting on it. We have not received much votes, so that is why we opted for something else. If the time permits, we will do it. So today we heard a lot about illusion, perfection, facade. So nothing more to add to it. I close the meeting number 284.
Toastmaster Anand, we will